Welcome back to the Panic Room, everyone, and to another tag video today. So guys, today's tag is the cover war tag, and I was tagged by my very sweet friend, Chris Reviews. So thank you, Chris. Now guys, I'm not gonna lie, when Chris tagged me in this, I was like, oh crap. Because unlike a lot of my friends here on BookTube, I really don't have that many books, at least I feel like in comparison to them. But I did have a birthday recently. By the time you guys see this, I think it's going to be about 2-ish months ago, maybe a little bit more. So I picked 16 of those books for this tag today. And essentially, based on the directions I read under Chris's video, you're just playing war with them to see, you know, who wins overall. You take 2 books, the winner of that goes up against another book until you have one left standing. And I thought, hey, we'll just use all those books that I got in various capacities around my birthday and see who comes out on top. So, let's get started. By the way, guys, if you want to see a lot of these books up close, you can check out my birthday haul video. I'll have that linked somewhere here or down below. Alright, so I have them all here, and we're just going to start with the top 2. Let's just pick the top 2. And I do apologize for the glare, guys. A lot of these are new, so they are kind of shiny. But we have The Perfume by Carolyn B. Cooney. Yeah, Cooney. And I love the font on this one. It is a point horror book, my first, actually. And we also have Gateways to Abomination by Matthew M. Bartlett. And this is a collection of short stories. And again, sorry for the glare, guys, but I have to say, even though I absolutely love the font here on The Perfume, very drippy and pointy, I think I'm going to have to go with Gateways to Abomination because it is a goat, and I don't know if you guys can see down here some of like the stylized buildings. Yeah, I really like this. And you guys know how much I like my devil horror, which is probably swaying my decision here, but you guys know I do a lot of cop-outs in my tags, so yeah, we're gonna go with Gateways to Abomination for our first round winner. Alright guys, so for round 2, we have Tales of the Unexpected by Roald Dahl. And I do love me some Roald Dahl. This was a used copy, so even though it is still shiny, it's a little beat up, but that's okay. We love it anyway. And I do love Dahl. I think he's an amazing, amazing author. And the next one is by Graham Masterson, which is Walkers. So let's take a look. So, I don't know guys. I love Dahl and I like the pipe, but I have always had a thing for trees, like dead trees. And I love those blood red, is it leaves? I don't know, it doesn't really look like much of anything. That's okay. So I think I'm gonna have to give this one to Masterson. Yeah, I think that's our winner for today, for round 2. All right guys, so for round 3 we have Celestial Chess. And just take a look at that. He looks pissed, doesn't he? It's a little Lucifer chess piece there. And then to go up against that, we have The Marrow Thieves. Now, I'm super excited to get into this book. Actually, this one too. But we are supposed to just be taking the covers into account here. And I don't know, his little face is just killing me. So I'm pretty sure we're going to have to go with Celestial Chess on this one for a lot of reasons. It's ridiculous. His face is hilarious. It's a little devil. Yeah, Celestial Chess wins this round. All right, guys, so for the next round, we have In the Light of You and This Thing Between Us. And this is going to be a tough one. Both of these books came on my radar thanks to Mr. Morningstar. And let's just take a look at This Thing Between Us first. This one I like. It's almost hypnotic, right? Like those, you've seen it on cartoons, like the big spinny thing. That's what I thought about when I saw this. Plus it's got a dog on the cover. All right, and then for In the Light of You, this one's super shiny. It is a hardback. But I like this. It's very, I don't know, because you see the people. From the side, I didn't at first, but it's just shadow people. This might actually be our toughest round yet, I think. I think I'm going to have to go with In the Light of You. I really do. I like the ambiguous nature of the cover. I do. I like the shadow people. I think it's very spooky. I don't know. I also like that the O is black. I don't know why. I don't know. I just think it sets it off. So, In the Light of You wins that round. That was a tough round, though. Alright, so the next one, if you watched my haul video, you guys got the backstory for this book. It's The Dinner by Herman Koch. I'm not sure how to say that. But yeah, I wasn't anticipating picking this up. If you want to know why I picked it up, check out that video. And I guess to go up against it, we're going to go with, and I feel like this is unfair because this is like the movie cover, because this is the mass market paperback, but it was the cheaper one, so that's why I got it. And it is What Dreams May Come So another way I kind of feel like this is cheating is that I've seen this movie, so I kind of sort of know what this book is about, but it is one of my favorite movies. I picked the book up because I wanted to see how the book stacked up to the movie, but I think if I'm just going on covers alone, I'm going to have to give it to The Dinner, because look at that. Like the scorch marks, right? This is from a library sale, by the way, but the scorch marks, I love that. And then just What Dreams May Come. I mean, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong. You know, it's a pretty cover, but I don't know. For my particular taste, just based on cover alone, I think The Dinner wins this one. And for Mahar fans, this might be your favorite round. So we have Richard Lehman, Cuts, and Edward Lee, Messenger. And I think both of these covers are really cool, but let's take a look. We have the eyes here, very blue and purpley, and then we have Richard Lehman with Cuts. This is a tough one. You know what? As much as I love the eyes and like the cracked skin on the Messenger, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Cuts, simply because of this. Like the little lines going through the word Cuts. I don't know. And kind of her face too. I kind of like her face. So we're gonna give it to Richard Lehman, Cuts. All right guys, so this next book I actually got at a yard sale. Our little neighborhood thing was doing like a event with a bunch of yard sales, and I found this. So it's Neil Gaiman, Smoke and Mirrors, which the cover is gorgeous. I love smoky, foggy kind of covers. So, and I guess to go up against this one, we're gonna do The Vegetarian by Han King. I was super looking forward to this book. I cannot wait to dive in. The whole premise for The Vegetarian just absolutely astounds me. So we'll take a little closer look. I like the background here. It's very, I don't know, veiny with the angel wing. And you see it's very metallic. It's almost, I think it's coming off a little bit more red on camera, but it's a little bit more pink in person. I've been so looking forward to this book, so it's kind of hard. But I think, again, based on cover alone, I'm going to have to give it to Neil Gaiman. Neil Gaiman wins that one. All right, the last one. Oh, this is going to be so tough. Okay, so I was sent below by my dear friends Dave and Olive over at Book Blather. And you guys know, if you've been around here any length of time, that I hail right here from West Virginia, and the Mothman is, to me, the best cryptid ever. It's one of the best things about West Virginia. So yeah, below. And the other book that I'm going to put up against this, just to make this really terrible on myself, is Skull Moss, which is one of my poetry books that I recently picked up. And I mean, and look at this. Is that not beautiful? Just look at that. Again, guys, super, super shiny. But I love this. I love this so much. I've been featuring some of the poems over on Panic Poetry, if you want to go check that out. But, oh God, I don't know what to do. I love both of these. I love both the covers for different reasons. Let's just do, like, artistic style. Okay? Just artistic style alone. I think I'm going to have to give it to Skull Moss. Sorry, Mothman. God, this is awful. Okay, let's do round two. All right, so we have Gateways to Abomination coming back around, and Graham Masterson Walkers. Ugh. Let's see. I don't know. I like them both. I think simply based on my style, I might have to go ahead and give it to, we're going to give it to Walkers. We're going to give it to Walkers because it's got the moon, it's got the red, it's got the trees. Yeah, we're going to give it to Walkers. That wins round one. All right, next up we have In the Light of You and Celestial Chess. I want Celestial Chess to win simply because this little like demon Satan chess piece cracks me up. But again, if we just go with like my true artistic likes, I'm gonna have to give it to In the Light of You, I think. Even though this cracks me up, this is hilarious. We're gonna give it to In the Light of You just because, I mean, I love the little shadow people. I think that's awesome. So yeah, that one was a little bit easier. All right, next up, let's do Richard Lehman, Cuts, and The Dinner by Herman Koch. I hope I'm saying that right. I love the burn marks, but I also like the cuts here. You know what? I think there's more happening here that I like overall, because I could do without the knife over here. I mean, obviously it makes sense, cuts, but like I could do without that. So we're gonna give it to The Dinner. I'm trying to be more cutthroat here so this video isn't 10,000 years long. All right, and the last one, this, as much as I love Neil Gaiman, I don't think this is gonna be much of a fight. Neil Gaiman, Smoke and Mirrors, to Skull Moss. I'm gonna have to give it to Skull Moss. I love this cover. And as much as I love Gaiman, as much as I love like candles and smoky looking stuff, gotta give it to Skull Moss. That round 2 was a little bit easier. All right, next up, we're down to 4. So just 2 more rounds to go. Let's see. All right, so we have In the Light of You and Walkers. They both have that like ominous, like the shadow people and the forest with the trees. You see what I mean? Like that ominous, like not in your face scary, but that's kind of my deal with my books anyway. You know what? I think I'm gonna give it to In the Light of You. I do, because shadow people to me are infinitely more scarier than a moonlit wood. So In the Light of You wins. And next up, again, I don't think this is gonna be any kind of a head-to-head battle. We have The Dinner and Skull Moss. And while I like both of these, I love like the scorch marks, the burns over here on the Dinner book. Again, Skull Moss wins. I mean, guys, just take another look at that. Beautiful, right? Right? Skull Moss. All right, so I feel like we all know where this is heading. Who could guess the winner in like the first 5 seconds? All right, so of course we have In the Light of You and Skull Moss. And I have to say, Skull Moss wins. Guys, this cover is everything. This is beautiful. Look at that. Everything from the articulation in the hands to the shattering of the head, the rose, everything. I love this cover. This is everything I would have imagined in a poetry book cover. It is beautiful. I love it. I even like the name, Skull Moss. It's everything. So Skull Moss wins. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Chris, thank you for this. This was actually way more difficult than I thought, but I do feel like my winner was very apparent after the first round, so maybe I crashed and burned, you know? I do that a lot in tags, but thanks for tagging me, Chris. Anyway, guys, thank you for hanging out for another tag video here in the Panic Room. Please, if you like this, hit like, hit subscribe. It would really help me out. And until next time, bye for now.